Hello friends, today we will discuss utility as representation of preferences. In the utility analysis of Dr. Marshall, we have studied utility is measured cardinally, but according to RGD Allen and J.R. Hicks, indifference curve analysis, utility cannot be measured in cardinal numbers. So utility as representation of preferences, utility reflects rank ordering of preferences. If a consumer prefers basket A over basket B, it clearly means basket A has a higher utility than basket B. If a consumer is offered a choice between basket A and B, uh, assuming other things remaining constant, the consumer will choose basket A. If consumer is observed to choose basket A over basket B, it can be safely concluded that basket A has a higher utility for the consumer than basket B. So utility is therefore the determinant of consumer preferences. Utility is variable whose relative magnitude indicates the direction of the preferences. Properties of indifference curve. Indifference curves represents the preferences of consumers. The properties that represents consumers' preferences are four in number. We will discuss some properties of indifference curve. The first property of indifference curve is higher indifference curve is preferred to a lower one. In the absence of price and budget constraints, the consumer will like to consume a larger bundle of goods of that than the smaller one. A consumer indifference curve represents a larger bundle of goods than a lower one, and hence the consumer will prefer a higher indifference curve to a lower indifference curve. In following figure, the consumer will prefer IC2 to IC1. Look at this diagram. Along with OY axis, good 2 has been shown on OX axis, good 1. Each indifference curve, IC1, IC2, IC3, IC4, represents certain numbers and certain quantities of good 1 and good 2. Higher indifference curve, IC4, gives higher satisfaction to the consumer. That's why consumers will always prefer to the highest indifference curve, that is indifference curve 4. So indifference curve 3 gives lower satisfaction than the IC4. Indifference curve 2 gives less than IC3 satisfaction, and IC1 gives less than IC2 level of satisfaction. Now the second property of indifference curves are downward sloping. The slope of the indifference curve shows the rate at which the consumer is willing to substitute or sacrifice one good for the other. In order to keep the satisfaction level same as before, the consumer will have to compensate it for the loss of consumption when he moves along with the indifference curve. Thus, if the quantity of burger increases, the quantity of coffee must decrease because the consumer is having limited income. This can be more elaborated with the help of this diagram. Along with OY axis, that Y good has been represented and shown, and on OY axis, X good has been shown. So if a consumer wants to purchase more quantity of X commodity, he has to sacrifice some quantities of Y commodity because consumer's income is limited. Okay, and the third property of indifference curve is indifference curves do not cross each other. If indifference curve cross each other, according to the definition of indifference curve, that each indifference curve derives certain level of satisfaction to the consumer, and the higher indifference curve derives higher level of satisfaction. If two indifference curves intersected each other, it means that the lower indifference curve, the point of combination of X and Y commodities, may likely to show more satisfaction than the point on indifference curve, higher indifference curve. That's why this can be explained with the help of this diagram. Say along with OX and OY axis, that number of OY axis, number of coffee cups, and along with OX axis, number of burgers have been shown. See, indifference curve 1 is A and B. These 2 points are on indifference curve 1, and C and B are these two combinations are on indifference curve 2. If these two indifference curve intersect each other, it means A is equal to B, since both the combinations are on indifference curve 1, and C is equal to B, since both the combinations are on indifference curve 2. If A is equal to B and C is equal to B, then logically we can say that A is equal to C, but which is not correct, because both these points lies on the different indifference curve and shows the different level of satisfaction. So that's why the conclusion is what? No indifference curve does not intersect each other. Okay.